Danielle Navanopia, the Sweet-Alio of Australia. After our prayer, we will invite the representative from the Australian High Commission to Samoa, Patrick Wilson, Second Secretary of the Council, to this for today. Right now, after this official opening speech, then we will be asking the Cessnock Executive Board, whose Vice President, Jerry Ward, for response. Yeah, and the real time to when we want to start to fight now, so we have to time, the real time to now, prayers will be dedicated by
us, especially today. We are going to celebrate the milestone is to strengthen collaboration between sports and support each other. Lord, we ask you, please forgive us from all our sins and clean us through the blood of Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior. Bless us all who are here today, especially our partner, the government of Australia, all of us. Mato tuna tuko ira teoi, tamfana usumato tu. Fifiria mta pena ne fa moi pena sikia. Ita toi me na toi me umora na toi tante nana. Ia tata ila ufio mo ia uyanche na toi. Mwenye kwa ya umma uwema chese yeso swami ya tena kwa ilo nanto maroso oto mlego na pena ya wase ayuso nanto ya mato ka apeliaso o amu ya urofio ya mato ya ya mato fai mato kalore la to so for school mato ino mato favor
Thank you, yeah, yeah, we have a phone way from time to Cessnock to say we're time to way, not to find way. So it's very simple. Our aim is to launch the support from the Australian government to Samoa athletes under the umbrella of Cessnock as they prepare for Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Yeah. You lagi tahu mari, lagi matafi, lagi ma. Tapi foi o man, fascino mau untuk ubi sama, untuk fina yo fa. I'd like to welcome our special guest here today from the Australian Commission, the Second Secretary and Council, Patrick Wilson. Also your esteemed colleagues, special guests as part of this celebration. I'd also like to acknowledge our first Vice President for the Samoa Association of Sports and Olympic Committee, Cessnock, Jerry Ward. In the head table with us today also is our Secretary General, also to sports, the head of the various sports who are vying for Olympic sports, who are qualifying, our coaches, our athletes, and our media friends and welcome after Maya out. It's now given a pleasure for me to invite Patrick Wilson for his opening remarks.
Vice President. President of SASNOC, Taupepe Jerry Mwa, Secretary General, CEO of SASNOC, athletes, friends, Talokalala. Whakatae mo le awanoi e whai ai na sina tala pu'u I le aso. Olo Wimoa, Patrick Wilson, and I'm the Second Secretary of the Australian High Commission. It's a pleasure to be here today on behalf of Australia's High Commissioner to Samoa, His Excellency Mr. William Robertson, who shares his regrets for not being able to attend. Sports is a shared passion between our nations. This passion transcends languages and national borders. Importantly, sport has the power to bring people and communities together. This is why we continue to invest in sports, and whether we're supporting pathways for elite athletes or community level sports, we invest because we believe it's a transformational power to lift entire communities. Today I'm pleased to announce Australia's support for SASNOC, which will enhance preparation of Samoan athletes ahead of the Paris 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games. Through our flagship PacificAusSports program and our partnership with the Australian Olympic Committee, the support will enhance pre-game preparations and qualification events for Samoa's elite athletes. This builds on our previous support for Samoa's athletes for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games, the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, and most recently the 2023 Pacific Games in Solomon Islands. Just as it is important to support elite pathways for athletes, it's also important to support community level sport for health and well-being. That is why we also invest in grassroots sports program Team Up, because we believe that sport is and should be for everybody. The High Commissioner recently had the opportunity to visit Savai'i with Australia's Ambassador for Gender Equality, Stephanie Campbell, to see firsthand the power of sports to bring communities together. In Whanga, they joined Samoan Cricket as they rolled out their Healthy Nanas program, a fantastic program bringing together Samoa's nanas to play together, as well as tackle community issues such as gender-based violence. We also joined Whakapi Samoa at Pagudi College as they rolled out their Get Into Rugby Plus program, promoting gender equality and social inclusion among school children through sport. I acknowledge the Samoa's government vision in establishing the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. As Samoa's largest development partner, we look forward to working together with this new ministry to achieve Samoa's broader mission for a healthy and thriving communities and strengthening the local sporting ecosystem. I end my remarks by offering my best wishes to Samoa's athletes as they prepare for the upcoming Paris Olympics. We join your families, your communities, cheering you, and look forward to seeing your journey in the coming months. Whakatae te kāra, so before my
Patrick, for those kind and most relevant remarks to the occasion today, and we salute and acknowledge the continued support also from the Australian High Commission here in Samoa PacificAusSports. I will have on Whaingoa when we're so and on Tia, Malo Stadia. Lango mula si talonga papel kuitu talonga lipeke Samoa Alameda official ton or PacificAusSports. Itu mai jam fa ngalo tu kalau tu yang film ini mesti mau assessment film tu tu.
Halo, Fataya, wala. Ia le ia mano ta wa ia ia sama bai tau ma mo mai ma ka ilo lo ga ya mo le filologia ka ko ma ka ni ka ya ta ko ia ko se nanga Britania le lo sui la fiona questene ya aua ta tau o le la ba mai lo mo Así, a veces por el suyo campo por ella. Talofa and welcome once again. Second Secretary of Council, Patrick Wilson, and your esteemed colleagues from the Australian Commission here in Samoa. On behalf of the SASNOC Board, I extend a special warm welcome to you, Patrick, and especially to His Excellency Will Robertson for his first official appointment to our beautiful Samoa. I also acknowledge our athletes and officials from all sports in the room today. Welcome you all. And I also welcome all our media friends here today. Today we are very happy to continue our strong collaboration with the Australian government. Once again, to support our athletes through their final preparations for the Paris 2024. Our most sincere thank you goes to the Australian government for this important project to assist our sports, our national athletes and their coaches as they embark on what will be an exciting special games in Paris. Paris will be a wonderful games and a great opportunity for our Pacific and our Samoan athletes to show the world that they can become some of the best and compete with some of the best. SASNOC is grateful to receiving funding from the Australian government through PacificAusSports. This will assist Samoan athletes with qualifying, competing and performing at the Paris Games, and is a true model for continental solidarity. Whawhitai and thank you. Samoa currently has 21 qualified athletes for Paris 2024 from 7 sports, starting from weightlifting, rugby sevens men's, sailing, wrestling, kayak, boxing, and athletics. Athletes from other sports such as swimming and judo are also chasing their qualifications for Paris. On this note, please join me in acknowledging the Government of Australia for this tremendous and valuable support. Thank you so much.
Thank you again for the remarks. Jerry Woolworth. Just to add on for information, as Dr. Pepe has alluded to, the 21 athletes, and so for the sake of, we have 12 men. So I say Manu, the general manager for high performance of the We also have from sailing, Ronnie Lindlund, welcome to the president, Raymond American. From weightlifting, Donald Belonge, also Nyara Sikwaya, and we are also expecting someone from the weightlifting. And taking away his role as first vice president, I'd also like to welcome the president and the leader of Samoa Federation. From wrestling, Captain Wakasawa and William of Four, 2. Alex Rhodes from the athletics in the sport of discus, from kayak, Tuba Clifton, and Salam Clifton most recently. From the sport of boxing, Ato Botsiki, we'd like to welcome also the Vice President, Filau Salam Wilford. That is the update of our 21 athletes so far. As Dr. alluded to, there are many other sports who are vying for more competitions between now and their own timelines. Now come to part of our official photo sessions, and we ask our aides of our sports to please come forward. We'll just rearrange the front here and also with our athletes. But I want to for our official photos. Following this, we will welcome the media for any questions on the individual sports. We will have about 10 minutes for your invites, and then we will move outside and we'll take a official photo by the Olympic signage outside. And whilst we're doing that, the music will be on. afternoon tea will be served straight after that. Now, but my father,
This camera, please. Thank you.
that camera, this camera. Cameras. Hey, hey.
Doctor.
Just for an update on our media, update also on athletics, qualified athlete to Fano Osama. A female athlete was also qualified for athletics.
If you sa aula ko, pwede tumula pa yun maaudel ko ay ustagan.
Ya, fai por ser fiane. Dia bertumbaru lah tu, selau bos kufa, bos selau kala Oscar. 124,200 Australian dollars. So suami dalam mahal Oscar. Sifir.
Oleh for ini dulu ada apa? Ada apa yang malu Oscar.
le lava o le whaanga le sesno o le malo skaria o le so le ka palo mai le sa ka te ma le na ka qualify ka palo ko yo wa mai le Paris to sa ko
Tapi nama lah ya punya ini assessment.
ya ko free all qualifications kalau mai le qualify aku ya ka va se e fa sa o ya o se ka va se le so ni le au na ka qualification ti ko all vai ka le qualify por se le ni le la so ni ka ai ngai le sa no le o le na ne ka fa ya ka pa na le man ma lo sa o le fsili mai so ya ke fa ma la pa ki
Won't be with you for our English version, please, if that's okay.
sa mo na scriptura
If ia na si Selen yung tang-tanga niya, ia sa sunok imanaon niya. Mo dati na maumay, na Selen malakas yung kamay niya. Mo talong na umay.
kai mo si le la pasia ko le la bus au yo me si uiva ai sa wo ko mo e si le ko e la na mai alo
Lea whai e whai ai wana whai no ina le avena ato le Samoa a le Lilies. E tau a whai ai te tono o pasese o whaalele o tō luna. O le tae na pina ina o mea iau i tū tau medical. Wainga upai o insurance. Travel ma insurance muna pena. I whake ai le insurance i o tono i carries au wai ti sa na tano ai pe una fa o sa no ia le la fiona ia to pe o se le ni fa ia pa ana le pa Australia o le ta pe na pelama ina ia no bawa pa noa ma bawa se le ni so so ia le fa ia pa ana Australia e no fa ia pa ti no ina le awa ia to o ta fa na sa mo o fi qualify o le beka ia mai la tō kola o le tō qualify o se le ila e susuani e tili e whai e pati mai tō le lima ia o le hapena e la vea i kola te sono ma test o ia o le antidote ia o mana tapu te nana o
I wonder if we could hear from heads of various schools of the populations what are expecting out there. One more.
Sorry. Oh, what we're doing to prepare.
Yeah,
Yes,
your
so
populations and expectations.
sure. We have 5 on the short list, and they are our open swimmers who are all training overseas presently in New Zealand and Australia. And we have 4 more qualification events coming up. We just came off of Doha, which was our World Championships, where 3 of our swimmers attended. They did not make the qualifications as such, but in April, May, and the very end of May, we have final qualifications. So every step counts, and it's a very difficult time, as I'm sure the other coaches can agree, because the amount of emphasis on periodization and ensuring that they are race ready, competitive ready versus just in training. So having multiple qualifiers is not easy. It's a very big demand, and we have to be really careful that they peak at these qualifications. So it's an intense next few months. Thank you.
How many spots in the swimming? How many spots does Samoa have in the swimming to be qualified?
In the sport of swimming, it's you can have up to 24 athletes from a country. To make the qualification is, I must say, is very challenging. We don't have weight categories or height categories. It's not categorized. It is just the fastest swimmer. And so it's difficult. There are universality placements, as swimming, like athletics, are Tier 1 sports. There's only 2 Tier 1 sports, and they receive a universality placement, which means universally all will have two athletic athletes and 2 swimmers. So they want to make sure there's full representation in those 2 sports at the Olympics. So it's quite a it's a very, very important sport. It's just emerging more so in our region, Oceania.
Sailing, okay. Romako athletes like Montgomery, Romako Kama qualified. So our male sailor in Tokyo, but during the COVID, so there was a lot of problems that Imafenga qualified, but he went under the same universality. But Montgomery, Olawa qualified Mako Kama. Mako Kenya, ele qualified, but Lalakoma qualified in Paris, in Paris. In my life, I'm kind of training a Samoa because you need to go get a Kamakikanga or so Mako athletes train to New Zealand, Mako Kama, I train Mako Kenya Italia. So she's getting a lot of help from Australia as well. So thank you, Australia, because we need all the help we can get. So I love Monsasani.
So if I'm going to go to the place, I see they say ese mai le au mama fa mo le so pa e au la bona mani no mala mala mari le so e fa au wa wa ila le so ne se to fa super national bank ki ta kin na mai
lo si le fa fo per ka ka le ma le timbol si no be ma fa lo si sa ma ya o le au mama le o ma ko fa pa na national bank o ka sa na ko ele ai como lo peka e o team sa mo na lo sesno o le sponsor al sesno o sponsor na la vea ka ko au o alfa mo lo peka ka lo mai si no me ma ya lo fai mo le NBS sa mo team o sa mo
e to fia ni tato athletes at the time ona malanga to mo le family. How many athletes for all sports are you looking at? Or is it depend on the qualifications or time?
For athlete qualification, they qualify local.
No qualify, no goal.
So they even go for qualification. They don't know for swimming. It's very tough qualification. You've got to participate at so many internationals. It's not only tough, it's expensive. So it's not an easy road this year to Paris.
I can say something about that because I think that's a really good question. You know, our male athlete, his name is Eroni Leilua. He actually has been training for 6 years. This is his second quad, so it just shows these athletes have to put a lot in order to qualify. So to get to that level, and as you pointed out, only the ones that get to the Olympic qualifying level are the best athletes. And sometimes it can take you 3 quads, it can take you 12 years to get to the Olympics. It doesn't mean you're going to get a medal, but just to get there, you've got to be very, very good, and it costs a lot of money. And you've got to train. You've got to train and commit yourself for the whole 4-year quad. So it is a huge commitment, and I really admire our athletes because Aroni's, this is his second quad, and Vaimo'o, she's actually, that's our girl sailor, Vaimo'o, she actually has said another 4 years to try and qualify for the next Olympics. So it's a really big commitment.
Don't worry, Australia's committed to it.
Thank you, Australia.
Yeah, ia le te kono ki pa foi ko la ki Samoa o le toi tai le malo Australia e tu sai ko so sani un po na au mai e ta pena ta to au te to fitu ia pe na ta ua e nisi fo io sui o komita ia ua talo tolo ne o ni pe ka sa ta fai ta to tuari ma te to fitu to mai tai le to o le ngani e io se le ni o ma fa tu ma la so sani ta pena ta to au ia pa malo to i fu i tatu sesto ia mole nga lu fa tasi tatu ta pe una mole fa mama venga i ta penana ma fa lo lava fa tai
boxing way
to tasi tatu ta ai sa mai fa fo so la ki ka mo ta ma tai sa mo ta ma tai ma to si to tai fu to na ta ma sa ma no ko me e fu na ai ga Australia o le nga mo ni ai to ato Australia o na ko le o le ta mai ti ne no fa e na spa ta mai ti ai ne ke to mo to tasi to ko o no ina pa wa na ta mai ti no fa to le ne ko le to telefoni ala fu sama mana ko le ne to ba to no na le ona na ko le ni atu fa ko la sta lo ma le fu fai ma ni fai ni te fai fiti na ko la sa wa ta to ko le ni na ate ne ma fa to no na la ona ko le ni atu na wa ai ni ya pa wa me le ya na ta bo ya phải cảm ơn là một qua mà bạn có phải xin đi với nào phát cho anh bác sĩ nào thì là cho ông đưa của số anh là cái sao đấy cảm ơn anh ấy là start ta sẽ làm sao mà anh sẽ chúng tôi pass cái nhưng mà phải không?
Một cái gì một sự phi đấy ka ko pasal la fe ko le fuga so yan ka malang ka ko Paris so wai se o ka ko le la ka ia ka ko ko boy si le ka ko ya di ko ko le so ba ya ka tu no sa sa wa
okay don't take
Palestina mo ben kung Palestina ko ya ko sekali qualification ko fa fo ngi le to fa ko ngol ko ya ko ke mi ni re pe ko su ko ko mela na ya ko mo ke le mo melo ke le ko se le mo le usa un gol ya out is to see awale assessment ya si fui ile partire le partire ne la mo ya be mo le au ni ale ko fa ya muskile kami me vuelve el antidoping me lo o acredite venga so mo i porto mele che fa manch come to siamo sani ai poi fare come la acredite il doping mul ya mai ma wa ko sa poi fare che poi me venga le che fe o ya mo ma ka po ga ne fe ka po so na fa me vuole ma encourage you players
What's on the motor? You pay a dollar. You go to the pola. Namun boleh tak boleh, namun tak boleh tu. Namun boleh.
Patrick, just one question from me. In terms of preparations as well as the assistance that Australia has provided for our team Samoa, was there ever a thought of taking someone from the media so that they can be able to provide a feed for our country? Because in these international tournaments such as the Olympic, we would also have to face the struggle of trying to find the right feed so we would be able to provide our country with the daily updates of each and every sports.
A very good question. Yeah, I as part of this announcement through PacificAusSports, that hasn't been considered, but you know there are certain other ways that Australia supports the media here through PACMAS, through our direct bilateral programs. So you know, I'm not saying it's not something that we can't do, but in terms of today, it's really much focused on the athletes. As you've heard, there's quite a few challenges they need to address. So Australia's support through our National Olympic Committee to SASNOC is really about helping address some of those challenges so the athletes can participate, qualify, hopefully, for the Games.
You have to qualify for that.
We could do some qualifications, but
I think it's an issue we've raised many times because of the difficulty we get when Team Samoa goes overseas and we have so much. Then we have to go in.
Just to add on what Patrick has said, not only this partnership with Cessna, but also the individual sports that have partnership with PacificAusSports over the years. We're one of those sports also that we've been very fortunate. So there's a non-stop support, ongoing support from the Australian government in developing our sports and getting there to that pinnacle of performance.
When I talk, the person is no better than the rest of the people, but recently we've seen that the performance of the rest of the team is so rapidly. You want to see your successful. Kaya essa uma coletiva, uma balança, uma saúde, não está tudo a mesma. I mean, they are yet to be compared to the lifting, but what they have achieved so far, international platforms.
Malo na favorsi the wrestling mo mai ka pele foi ya the wrestling ya mo alo mo sa but on the wrestling let ko fang way sa lo ko sa ka mai ko fang mo ka wrestling ma wala o mo sungale ya ka wa sawa sa mo ya pang ya o na fi ko fu ni sa sa pa tiga de lo mo ko sa ka mo ya ka mo ba very committed. Unlocking sacrifice. Get a lady up. Oh, here for the mafia, we all of it, not the risk. And then populate, there's a Malaka Luciania, one of the video, always will have a without fun to respect. So I like politica, Cosuine, Lua, the bear with Macapon, one of the moment of succeeding. We think of some of the both of them. Kolegi yang panggil yang orang pun, ya ada layer coach. Mereka pernah ada layer, dia on the layer kamu lewat ke aki lain orang aki no kolegi dan berbuat dia berbuat kalau dia lepas yung maguya ko kasi la fa ko dia fa Egypt ya ini ko fu ko sa ko ka pena mo ko dia walo ni
I'd like to thank once again in promoting the relationship between SASNOC and the government of Australia. I'd like to acknowledge Patrick Wilson and your colleagues here today for your input, but also your investment, continued investment in sport. And the Samoa Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee acknowledges the support and the finance received through its Office of PacificAusSports. Now have an opportunity to hold interviews with individual sports. IT, media, JD will catch up with you as we now also open up for our afternoon. From the Rio Tour,